Huston-Tillotson, you were known for a black tie masked ball.
Mm-hmm.
Can you explain what that was, what it stood for, what it accomplished?
Well, actually, I can't claim any ownership to the name. You'd have to go back to Billy Aaron when she was vice president for UNCF in the Atlanta office. She established something called the Mayor's Mask Ball, which was held in December of every year, which still goes on. And I just appropriated the name for our fundraiser for UNCF in Austin. I don't think you can do that anymore because they've copyrighted that name. But we did that for a number of years and had a great deal of success. The first fundraiser we had was somewhat successful, but I was disappointed at the community's participation. So we had to do something to kind of recharge it, and the mask ball became that way of doing it and bringing in national talent and personalities, including Magic Johnson and some other people who were really effective in helping us raise the bar in terms of fundraising. So that was a successful venture.
What did it stand for?
Mankind Assisting Students Kindle Educational Dreams.
And other than, well, do you remember, like when Magic Johnson was there, what happened? Was that a particularly exciting or successful one?
It was successful because during his everybody was just stunned to see him in the first place. And he seemed to have gotten religion when he started talking. And he said, you know, that we could do better than what we had done, that he was going to auction off his seats at the Forum in Los Angeles to basketball games, and that people had to bid on them that night to get them. And he auctioned off 3 and made quite a jump in our take for that evening. So that was really exciting.
And the goal of the event was to?
As UNCF institutions, you're expected to contribute to fundraising. So you have a goal that you have to meet each year in terms of fundraising. So the event, the masked ball, was our way of raising the funds for that.
And the funds eventually went for scholarships particularly?
They go into the UNCF pool of funds raised for operations, scholarships, and the whole range of activities.
And did people wear masks?
Oh yes, that was a challenge in some respects. Some people thought it was a masquerade ball. We had to tell them, no, it's not a masquerade ball. It's black tie and you wear a mask. And there was a mask contest, and it became quite a community event when people started to really go out and seek creative masks so that they could win the title of the ball.
Did you have a favorite mask?
No, I just had a basic mask.
You were too busy getting the event going and keeping
and trying to make sure that it was a success, yeah.
You also helped spearhead a community health and wellness center in Austin, I believe?
That was a major achievement that I wanted to do, largely because of my work in the community, where we had discovered, just from watching the local news, that there were a disproportionate number of African Americans and Hispanic residents in Austin being killed by the police department. And in many of those cases, we discovered later that those persons suffered mental health challenges and had been undiagnosed. I served on the mayor's task force on mental health. We identified the problem, but nothing was really done about it. So at that point, I really became committed to try to do something in the East Austin community where access to mental health services would be available. And that was the basis for starting the work with the Travis County Community Health Organization and with the University of Texas. We built a building on the campus, which was a community health facility. We were able to do that through the donations of Ada Anderson, another HT alum, who gave over $3 million to help build that building and get that started. It was named for her daughter who lived in Atlanta and had recently passed away. So that building is there. When I go to Austin, I go by to check on to see how it's coming along. We were working with the University of Texas because they were starting a new medical school. And we wanted that to have that input and that exchange between the health center on our campus and the med school, so it would be a truly community experience and have the benefit to be able to expand over time.
So it was initially on the campus of Huston-Tillotson?
It is still on the campus of Huston-Tillotson.
But it has expanded, I believe, in some way, or is...
No, if I'm correct, it is still on the campus, but it is a part of a network of community health facilities.
So is that something that you find...
Particularly gratifying that that we were able to get that done, and that there was support for it from really all across the city.
Do you remember when it started? Opened?
It opened right after I left.